So take number 6. T.O., you're going to be able to get the first crack at answering this one. We were all wrong about UCLA in the preseason. You cannot survive as a team that lives off of tough twos forever. For the people that don't know, UCLA is coming off of an 0-2 week. They lost at Arizona, and they lost. Was it a 17 overtime game at Arizona State on Saturday night?
It felt like no. Guys, it's part of. I've been saying this all year. They live on tough shots, and when Juzang and Jaquez aren't feeling it, and you can't really figure things out, it's going to hurt you. Now, I still think Tiger Campbell could get you through some games, but it's hard, guys. There's so much talent dispersed throughout the country this year, and there's more shooting this year dispersed throughout the year because of a lot of transfer ups and things of that nature. They're going to have a hard time with teams that can hit the three over the top. And if they run into the wrong matchup in the NCAA tournament, it could be difficult. Now, they're still one of the most talented teams in the country. Offensively, they still get it done. They still have Johnny Juzang. Jules Bernard has come along as a very good third option, really, behind those two. They still take a lot of tough shots. They make a lot of tough shots, but you saw what could happen on the road and potentially in a neutral site if those shots aren't falling. Yep. They're still top 25 in offense. There's top 15 in defense. Defense is going to carry them, but I would hate to be in a Mick Cronin practice after this past weekend going through Arizona and not being able to do it.
Yeah, timing is everything. And you knew Arizona had it coming for them. Arizona was going to win that game in Tucson. They played their game like their life depended on it. And nearly at the end of the game, they were going in the wrong direction, but they had to win that game. You got to answer in conference play when you're in that double round robin against teams like this particular matchup is between UCLA and Arizona. You get them on your court. They get you on theirs. You think split. Here's my issue. In a triple overtime game, Arizona State did not have a player play over 48 minutes in a 55-minute game. UCLA had 3 players play 50 minutes in this game. And they're all talented players in Jaquez, Juzang, and Tiger Campbell. It'd be hard for me to take them off the floor if I was the coach. I love all 3 of them. But where I get concerned about them is that, yes, on the offensive end of the floor, they need Jules Bernard. Jules Bernard is that breakthrough guy. And in this particular game against Arizona State, he goes 2 of 10 from the floor and 1 of 6 from 3. I still buy UCLA. I still think they're a Final Four caliber team. I think if they catch the wrong matchup, they could be susceptible to that. But I think you could say that about a lot of teams.
Every team.
You could exactly. So for me, guys, this was more about the Pac-12 schedule and how much I do not like 2 games in 3 days every weekend, especially when you're on the road. That schedule defeats itself. Sean Miller has talked about this on our platform, on the Field of 68 this season, that the Pac-12 scheduling at times, when you play 2 road games in 3 days, what is it, that Colorado and Utah swing? It's like you defeat your own purpose. Sometimes you defeat yourself by scheduling that way. It's hard for teams to come back. You play Arizona. It was going to be a gruesome game. It was going to be a war, and it was a war. And Arizona State's played hard. I mean, I'll give them that much. I don't think they're a good team, but I think they play hard. And I thought they did on Saturday night. So timing is everything. I still love UCLA. I really do. But, yeah, I get concerned because they're another team. They need certain things to go right. They have very talented players. Their bench, though, is not very good.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Who on that team besides Tiger Campbell makes anything easier for anybody else on that roster? Nobody,
but that's the way that they live. Like they run a very kind of NBA centric kind of a style, in the sense that what they do is they try to get switches, they attack mismatches, and they find where they're going to have an advantage and go and attack it. And look, they were awful in the first half at Arizona. I thought that they were a much better team in the second half than Arizona was. And I thought that they came, a couple of missed Cody Riley layups and a couple of missed Tiger Campbell layups away from pulling off the upset there. I think they cut it to 3 with the ball at one point. And
they got beat to death the entire Arizona game. So
they got beat to death, and they were.
Yeah.
I think they were just tired by the end of Arizona State. So I'm not taking too much out of that loss, but oh, it didn't go off this time.
Oh,
anyway,
this alarm stinks.